Hey, this is Doug. It's the fourth week of my suffering from hepatitis A. So it was just a month ago today that I got sick and spent about a week trying to figure out what was going on. And then my symptoms led me to a diagnosis of hepatitis A. I'm now in Tennessee where I make this plasma donation. I've done it now for the last couple of weeks because apparently people with hepatitis A, their blood's worth something to those in the biomedical fields. So anyway, I followed a Google ad and it wound me up making a plasma donation. But the last month has been interesting. I have long ago decided that starting today on my plan, I was going to start doing some video blogging once a week. And I thought today maybe would be a good day, a little reflection on what it's meant for me to be 4 weeks now with this condition. So the biggest thing I've noticed is how much time I spend by myself, which is not my chosen way forward. I am an extroverted sort of person and really benefit from social interaction. And I have been unable to do that for the most part. I mean, with a few exceptions, I spend a lot of time laying around. And I thought maybe I'd be going a little stir crazy by now, but one of the conditions that I'm suffering from here with hepatitis A is that I don't have any stir. I don't have any desire or drive to do very much. So I'm not really going crazy with like wanting to go do something else. I'm just noticing how tired and sort of empty it feels to be by myself so much. So I'm trying to be empathetic about what that would mean for people whose lives have made such a turn that the kind of temporary condition that I'm living in is one that people are going to live in more long term. And just yesterday, I did a funeral for a man who had suffered from Parkinson's disease for 20 years, and it was very telling for me to hear his family's stories of what it means to feel your body's limitation even though your mind is still sharp. And so I'm just thoughtful today of those who have to live in anything but good harmony with their own body. And so if you're one of those people, I'm sure that, and you've had to do it for the long term, I'm sure it's been much tougher than it has been for me, but just considering sort of what lessons come from that. One of the things that people have asked me is, are you spending this time doing anything in particular? Are you spending this time learning lessons or journaling or thinking about much? And because I'm tired most of the time, I really don't. I don't spend much time thinking about anything. I just sort of blankly stare at the television. And so I'm wondering if there is something of meaning and significance in this last month and what might end up being another month or so, or if it's really just sort of a parentheses time. So I'm wondering about that, and maybe you have some thoughts or some feedback on that. This sort of period of time in my own kind of isolated wilderness. In this case, in a DoubleTree hotel room in Johnson City, Tennessee. All right. Well, let me know your thoughts. Thanks.